Welcome, I'm Bev Adams. I own an independent paper crafting business showcasing products from Stampin' Up. I made this gorgeous card with products from Stampin' Up. I sell these products and also a few items to make crafting more convenient. I have the free detailed directions for this card on my website. I also have links for the products that I use, so you just need to click those links to be taken to my online store at Stampin' Up. You'll see where to find all of that at the end of this video, so don't worry about taking notes. It's time to put stamps, ink, and paper together. I'm using the Autumn Expressions bundle. This is a stamp set and the dies. If you buy them together, you'll save yourself some money. I'm also using the greetings from Poised Peony. I wanted a birthday greeting, and this was more about fall and change, and you could almost use this for a birthday card, but I just wanted an absolute birthday greeting, so I used this one. I'm largely using the dies. So this is the primary die that I'm using. It's also got the chain and the bar and some leaves that are separate, and then this is for the tree rings, a leaf, and some wheat that go with the stamps. But that big die piece cuts this out. So it cuts this double frame. Let me see if I can pull that out. And it looks almost identical, but if you fold this, there is a crease already there. You'll see that one of the openings is larger than the other. And if I folded it exactly right, these would line up on the outside. So there's this little difference in sizes. I'm using the large size. So if you look at these kind of tabs, the one with the long tabs is the side that will give you the large opening here. For this card, I'm going to use this large opening and this piece cut from a piece of Very Vanilla for a label. But you can also stack these up. You can use this closed up like that or separate as like a frame. You can use it vertically or horizontally. Let me show you some projects that I made with this. So this is a hanging tag that uses both sides of the paper, uses all those parts. I did these two together so you could basically, we used all the pieces on these two projects. And this one was the same, but using a little different color from the Designer Series paper. And here's that tag as on a card. And this one, I cut this off so it's not folded. If you looked on the other side, it would be just normal. This is basically a case of a card in the catalog. Really pretty. This one I thought I just kind of threw together to show how you can use these pieces. So if you open this up, I used it to make a little gift card. Well, cash. Gift card doesn't quite fit in there. A little pocket. You could put a note in there. And another one that I used as a frame. So on this case, I used the smaller side, the one with the small tags. Actually, I did use the whole thing here. And if I were to do this all over again, I think I'd put ribbon or something or strip paper behind here. But mostly I was just using it to show all the different ways you can use these dies. So for today's project, I've got a piece of pecan pie, basic card base, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. I have already cut off these two pieces. So all I did for that is just put this with the long side on top of the paper about here and cut it out and cut both of these out with that same side of the die. Also in that same suite, we've got some of this gorgeous paper, and it's got kind of a scenic, it almost looks like chalk or pastels maybe, artwork. I think our artists actually drew them, the Stampin' Up! Artists, and then they photographed them and sent them off to the printer. And they all have these scenes. Let me some of these are duplicates, so I probably should have pulled them out. Most of them have a whole scene. This one's a little bit different because it's got a big scene. It doesn't have it's kind of a close-up. This is also kind of a close-up as well. So I'm going to suggest that you pick one that you would like to use. And they all seem to have a little bit of this pecan pie in it. The colors are listed: Azure Afternoon, Balmy Blue, Cajun Craze, Cherry Cobbler, Crushed Curry, Fresh Freesia, Garden Green, Moody Mauve, Mossy Meadow, Old Olive, Pumpkin Pie, and Wild Wheat. It does not list the pecan pie, but I think that pecan pie goes with all of these, really. You're going to pick the one that you would like and then cut it down to 4 inches vertically. And so some of it you might be wanting to cut off the sky. This one I'm going to cut off some of the bottom, some of the foreground. Cut it to 4 inches and 5 1/4, which is my basic large layer. And if you wanted to put this on the inside of your card, it's perfect. Or you could cut this down and use that on the inside too. And we can go ahead and glue this to the card front. And I have stamped the wheat on the inside here. So I am kind of deciding that you could either go with the wheat or the leaf. I think that's an oak leaf, or both. For this one, I'm going to go with just this leaf. Although, you know, I think I'm going to show you what I did with the wheat first and put that underneath. So if you stamp it full strength and then stamp off, it's really pretty like that. But on this one, I'm going to just use the leaf. And if you want to stamp your envelope, you can do that too. And then I have a little scrap of Very Vanilla, and we can put that here. On this one, because this had a fair bit of the Very Vanilla showing, I wanted to do a little sponging on the background just to pull that out. On this one, I want to do my sponging on the leaf itself so that it stands out from the tag, like so. I've got my mini Stampin' Cut machine. For the large die, you will need the large machine, but this is the one I grab and go when I'm working on my desk, if I can get away with it. And so I'm going to cut out this leaf with the coordinating die. And I wanted to put my greeting on the right side of this tag. Because I cut both these parts out with the same die, I'm going to use this one for my card. This one is scrap, and this one is scrap. So you could certainly make another project with this if you'd like. I'm just going to trim this straight across here. And straight across here. I am using glue, and so I'm going to put the glue on little skinny pieces like this. I like to put it on nice and thin and also give it time to dry. This thin, it probably wouldn't squish out, but especially if it's hard for you to be gentle with it, you especially want to give it time to dry so it doesn't squish out. While that's drying, I'll put this in my card base. Don't tell anybody that I've got that other image in here. It's our secret. And then I have some of this Natural Tones linen thread. So I'm just going to tie what I call an air bow. And I'll get a glue dot. So I find if I put that on my glue dot, squish it in nice and good, and then pinch the glue dot together so that it doesn't show out beyond the ribbon. And let's see if I can put this on now. So I'm going to put this, oh, maybe I want to put this on this side. I want to get that beautiful sky. And then put dimensionals on this. And put this right over, matching up those sides. And then we'll put the leaf on with dimensional. And so then I just need to add some gems. These are the pecan pie and clear ribboned gems. So I think it's kind of hard. Oh, there you go. You can see on the white ones, they've got kind of this woven grid on the back. I think I will still put it here. And I'm just using a large one and a small one. If you press with the putty side and slide it and lift it up, you can put it exactly where you want it. Yeah, that works still. So whether you use the wheat or the oak leaf, either one turns out beautifully. No matter what background paper you're going to use, it'll be beautiful. Here is the web address where you'll find the free detailed directions and links for the products I used. I also offer lots of resources on my website. Click Shop to see the online exclusives, clearance items, my frequent shopper points, and the products I offer to make crafting more convenient. That includes a cardstock sampler for all the current Stampin' Up! Cardstock and samplers for the Stampin' Up! Cardstock going all the way back to 1997. Click Inspiration to scroll my projects. You'll find the directions and images all the way back to 2011. You may also want to check out the Basics button where I share about stamps, ink, and paper, card cutting, bases and layers, and some of my favorite tools. Click Getting Organized to find lots of free resources like case inserts, labels for just about every product, catalog tabs, color tools, and much more. More organization means more time for crafting. Click Evernote Current Products to learn how you can share my Evernote notebooks. The Current Products Notebook allows you to search every item by name, number, type of product like stamps, designer series paper, tools, themes like birthday, friend, baby, masculine, and even individual words. I also share a notebook with retired products going back to about 2015, and there's lots more that are older than that. Click Stamp Together if you're in Ventura County and come stamp at my house. You can also join my team if you're anywhere in the United States. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel and also to my website so you don't miss a thing. Thank you so very much for watching. Bye.